Welcome into the lounge, presented by DraftKings. I'm Ryan Mink here with Garrett Downing, and we are thrilled to sit down with rookie Mike Green. Mike, my first question here is, how'd you get so good at ping pong?
It's crazy. We play literally every day after practice, so that's probably what.
So you didn't grow up playing; you just picked it up since you've been here.
Yeah, I mean, I used to play with my brother while we were doing the combine training in Arizona, but. Besides that, we literally play every day here, so that's
you're not
probably
bad.
How I've been getting good.
Yeah, you're pretty good. Who's the best player in the locker room so far?
Probably Teddy.
Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy. He's real good.
Okay.
I don't know how, but he's really good. Nobody can beat Teddy for something.
Interesting. I was going to say, because for viewers or listeners who don't know, there is a ping pong table in the locker room, and Mike was kind of running the table this week. I've seen you holding court on that table.
You've been taking down Fub a little bit. Looks like you're getting the best.
Yeah, me and Fub, we go back and forth every single day, back and forth. But I think I'm definitely better than Fub, though.
Well, you're developing as a ping pong player, you're developing as a football player, both those areas. And on the football field this week, you may end up having a big opportunity. As we know, Kyle Van Noy is dealing with an injury, so that could end up creating an opportunity for you. Just how are you approaching this game against the Lions, a really important primetime game for you and for this team?
Yeah, and I kind of mentioned this in one of my other interviews, is when you're the next guy up, you're expected to be ready. And I think I've just been prepared to be ready when my name was going to be called. And I think this week is a good opportunity for me to go out there and showcase my talent. So we're all excited. We're all ready to go. And we're fixing up a little tweaks here and there. So we're really ready to face the Lions one day.
I'm sure when you come into the league, any rookie, you're itching to make plays. Obviously, Kyle's a great player. You don't want to see any teammate go down for any period of time. Correct. But when you do have this opportunity kind of presented to you, what are the emotions with that?
First, well, of course, you have to keep your cool. You know what I'm saying? You have to make sure that you're honed into the details and that you know what you're supposed to do in certain situations and things like that. And then you also got to be grateful for the opportunity as well. Kyle, he's great. He's a great guy and he's a great player as well. Unfortunately, he's down right now, but hopefully he has a speedy recovery and he's back very fast. And I'm ready for this opportunity. And it did present itself, so I think I'm ready to go.
You look at the Lions, good offense. They're coming off a week where they put up a 50-burger last week. They've got good tackles and just a really talented team across the board. How do you size up the challenge going into this matchup?
Yeah, very good offense, very good quarterback as well. We know what we're supposed to be doing and how we should attack them. And I think this week especially, our attention to detail is a little bit more on edge because we want to continue to have this snowball effect on winning. And we got our first win last week, and we just want to continue to win. So this week was very important that we're locked into our details, and I think we're going to be ready to go.
As a rookie, you learn so much. From the time that you get here, it is steep. There's a steep learning curve, and you're taking a lot in. And so, could you describe to me how much of a different player you are today compared to when you arrived here after the draft? Yeah,
it's two totally different types of ball: college ball and NFL ball, and it's just crazy because what I first realized is these dudes are huge. Dudes in college are big, but when you get to the NFL, it's everybody's huge and everybody's very talented. So there's never going to be that weaker fish or that's going to be that you're going against. Everybody's going to be great competition, and that's something that stuck out to me when I first got here. And just the speed of the game is just so fast, and you got to make sure that you're on top of your stuff so you can compete at the highest level that you're capable of competing at. And I think just my rookie experience so far has just been great. Of course, I'm just continue to learn and continue to build and get better and better and better. But I also want to take a moment and step back and also just learn and just see how the older guys go about their days and what helps them out. And I always make sure that I'm asking older guys like Kyle and T-Rob questions that I need to get answered. And they're always there to answer the questions. So I think it's very important to have a good room of older guys that can also lead and mentor you.
You were this close to getting your first sack against the Browns. Had Joe Flacco by the ankles.
Yeah.
When you kind of turn around and see that he got rid of that ball as he's going down the ground, are you like, come on, man, that should have been my first NFL sack?
Yeah, it's crazy because I didn't really realize that he threw it away until a few seconds after the play was over.
Yeah,
but it's gonna come. The time's gonna come. The time is going to come. I don't know when, but it's gonna come. I just got to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Now,
and
you did the arrow kind of celebration in college. Do you have an NFL celebration plan? Do you carry it over?
Yeah. I'm definitely going to carry it over. Definitely going to carry it over. But I told myself it's going to be situationally. Ooh. So it's like it's not going to be on every single sack that I get that I'll do it.
Big sack.
It has to be big sacks. It has to be meaningful plays and things like that. Okay. Which will make the celebration, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Better, you know?
Right, exactly.
Because if you just do the same celebration every single time, it's like, it just wears down a little bit.
Right. I feel that.
When we had Wiggins on, he does the box celebration, and he said that like he doesn't want to overdo it. It's the same thing. You overdo it, and then all of a sudden it's like, man, this guy just has one trick.
He's just always drawing in the box.
So I know that goals are an important thing. Setting goals, defensively in the meeting rooms and whatnot. Can you share what were your rookie season goals?
Yeah. Well, of course, Rookie Defensive Player of the Year was my mindset throughout my whole pre-draft process as well, and still up to this day. That's just something that I take a lot of pride in, and I feel like is achievable for me. And I just got to continue to just chip away the days and make sure that I'm stacking my bricks, and everything else is just going to follow along with it. Right. So yeah, long-term goal, just short-term goal, I guess fulfilling my responsibility, regardless like what it is on the field or how big of an impact it's going to be. I just want to fill my role and just be a service to not just the team but the Ravens community. Right.
When you talk about that kind of a goal, I mean, Defensive Player of the Year, obviously a big goal. You're not setting like a low bar here. You're setting like a big expectation. Does that speak to the vision of and the confidence that you have in yourself and what you can become? Yeah,
for sure. I put a lot of pressure on myself to do well, and there's also a lot of outside pressure that's on me to do well as well. So, of course, it's good. It's good pressure, and I just gotta make sure that I'm just playing up to my capability, and it's just something that I always wanted to do and achieve. So I just gotta keep on chipping at it.
So I tweeted this picture. There's this photo of you in the preseason game against the Colts. This photo, which is a good photo, right? And I tweeted this photo out, and it kind of blew up because of your bend. I mean, that's preposterous bend, and like the ankle flexion on this. How do you get so low? We'll even zoom in.
That's a
Let's
broken
do the zoom in. if my ankle looked like this, I'm on the shelf for months.
That's a broken ankle for me.
How do you do this?
Okay, it's actually a good story.
Okay.
So, when I first arrived here, they have us do like these tests to figure out your mobility and things like that. And it was like you stand in this room and you're just like moving around. They give you certain things to do to test out how good you move, if one side is more uneven than the other side, and things like that. So in somewhere in my report, it was saying that my left ankle was tighter than my right ankle.
Tighter. Okay.
Yeah. Which is crazy because I realized that at some point, like earlier in my football career, I think it was like high school or maybe just the beginning of college, like I tweaked my ankle. So when they told me that, I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Well, I guess these little cameras are working. and so then I went to my strength coach. Well, my strength coach came to me and was like, hey, there's some things that we can do. Yeah. And I just been working on it, like even just at home before I go to sleep or after practice, I'll go in the weight room and just do like ankle mobility and just stretching out and things like that. And I got like a little ankle program that he literally sent me that I just stick to. And I guess it's
working.
Off.
It's working.
Yeah.
It's working.
The results speak for themselves.
But I mean, the bend beyond just like that ankle. I mean, your ability to bend at your size, I think, is part of what makes you such a great pass rusher. Yeah. Is that just, hey, you were blessed with great genes? How like, is that something you can really train?
I think it's a mix of two things.
Yeah.
First, I think that's just what I've been blessed with.
Yeah.
And second, I actually wrestled in high school for a few years.
Okay.
And that was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life.
Interesting.
My older brother, he introduced me to it. He was like, hey, like, let's just go out one day. And we actually really liked it. And it was very beneficial for us. And a lot of things that we did and while we were wrestling carried over to the football field, such as leverage and core strength and like
balance,
leverage,
balance,
and like
right?
like all those types of things. And I placed like second and third in the state the last 2 years of that I wrestled in high school.
Yeah.
And like it paid off very well. Yeah.
Well, you know what we need to do? We need to set up the in locker room wrestling match between you and Tyler Linderbaum. I don't know if you know this, but Tyler Linderbaum was also like a state level wrestler at Iowa when he was in high school. Yeah. So I think we need to set up this match here between the two of you guys and see who can best man win.
Yeah. It's crazy because we actually already wrestled.
No.
We actually already wrestled. And I won.
Oh, really?
And I won.
Oh, we're going to have to verify this with Tyler now. Okay.
If you speak to a few linemen, they'll tell you. It's going to be hard. It might be hard for him to admit because he was such a great wrestler. Yeah. But leverage has a lot to do with how good you are in wrestling. And the lower guy always wins. And the guy that's able to move around faster and get you in certain situations faster and better is typically the one that wins. So I got Tyler.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Well done. Well done.
My last question for you, Mike, is, we all saw on draft weekend like how emotional you were, with your family. And it was just really cool to see, Can you go back to draft weekend and take us inside the emotion of that moment when you were picked by the Ravens?
Yeah, it was great. It was the best experience that I've been a part of in my life. It was so great that all my family and my friends were there, of course, and we got to share that special moment together. And I didn't really care too much about where I got drafted, whether it's going to be the first round or the seventh. I just really wanted to get drafted. That's something that I've been dreaming about since I was a kid, and it was just such a great experience. And it was just the whole experience as the whole experience as a whole was just unforgettable. And it's like you can't even really explain how draft night is. You have to be at draft night in order to.
I'll never experience this.
In order to know how draft night feels. But yeah, I wouldn't trade that moment for anything. And I've been blessed to get picked up by the Ravens, and I'm always going to be blessed to be a part of this organization.
You grew up not too far from here, like a few hours away in Virginia. Did you grow up like with an awareness of who the Ravens are, the history of this team, the culture of this team, great defensive players, whether you're a fan? Like, what was your feeling towards the Ravens when you found out you were getting picked by them?
So I didn't really know too much about the Ravens before I got drafted. When I got here and settled in and just like all our meetings and things like that, like I started to learn more and more and more and more. So yeah, I didn't really know too much about like the Ravens history and the culture until I got here. And it's so unique that you can't even really put words together to explain how like the culture and just how the organization is like ran, because it's just so unique and special. But there's a lot of great players that came out of here, and it's just like guys like Ray Lewis, Terrell Suggs, and so I can keep going.
Yeah. Well, you like just in the last one for me, you mentioned Ray. Like Ray's been around this year. Like he's been out here at practice. He's been at both games. Like what has it been like for you to be around greatness? Like, he's one of the best ever.
Yeah.
And to be able to see Ray Lewis. I feel like everyone has a Ray Lewis story, but like, what's your feeling being around him?
It's great because it's just like he's so powerful when he speaks. It's insane. Like it's actually insane. Like we're done with practice and he comes up and he's talking to us, and we're so like dialed into what he's saying and we're so motivated. We're like, shoot, we can practice again. Honestly, like let's just go right now. But he's so powerful with his tongue, and just the things that he say just gets you routed up, and like he's lived through what we want to live through. So when you have somebody that's special like that, it's easier and it's more comfortable to listen.
Yeah.
You know, and so maybe I need to find Ray Lewis next game and have him give me a little pep talk.
Oh, there's YouTube clips out there.
He would have me ready to run through a wall if he comes speak to me before the game.
Well, we'll see if we can make that happen.
We got to make that happen.
We got to make that happen.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Mike. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, man. Thank y'all.
Thanks, Mike,
for coming in.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Lounge Podcast. We're coming to you from the SeatGeek studio. We want to mention our partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. They are an official sports betting partner of the Baltimore Ravens. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Well, thanks to Mike for joining us. Enjoyed having a conversation with him and getting to know him a little bit more. And I do think that he's going to be a guy here who we see make more and more of an impact. And, he got close for that first sack against Joe last week, and maybe he's able to break through this week against Jared Goff and the Lions.
Well, pass rush is going to be really big, in disrupting this really talented Lions offense. And Mike Green's going to get his snaps, if Kyle Van Noy can't suit up. And so, is this the week? Certainly hope so. Could be. And, Goff is not the most fleet of foot scrambling. He's a pocket quarterback. So, like, the Ravens, if they can shut down the run, I think then you're going to be able to kind of tee off a little bit on that passing game, that drop back passing game. So Mike Green's going to be an important player in this game. And not just, we talk about pass rush, but the run defense as well, going to be huge against the Lions and, Jahmyr Gibbs, Dave Montgomery. It's going to be a big part of it. So, but I'm encouraged from what I've seen from Mike Green. I think that he comes into the league, coming from Marshall, you wouldn't think like, okay, this is going to be a guy who's like pretty polished up, but Mike has a wide assortment of moves. He can win in a variety of ways, and then when he can bend like he can, the wrestler and Mike Green comes out. You put that all together, and with his athleticism, and he has something special there. He's got a lot of work to do for that all to materialize and to achieve his goals of defensive rookie of the year and whatnot. But it's there, and now the biggest thing in my mind was opportunity, because he had so many guys in front of him with Kyle Van Noy, Odafe Owe, and all these guys. But hey, he's going to get an opportunity here until Kyle Van Noy is on the field.
I didn't know that he was a high school wrestler until you said that.
Yeah.
But like the Ravens, if you actually go back, there's been a number of guys who the Ravens have had in the trenches who wrestled in high school, and the Ravens I'm sure the scouts knew this as they went through the process in evaluating him. Like, they actually care about that stuff. That type, when you have like a really world-class wrestler, high-end guy in the trenches, like that is something that I think that they care about.
Well, now all I'm envisioning in my head is the ping pong table, the wrestling. It's WWE. We got Mike Green and Tyler Linderbaum going through the table.
We got to get to the bottom of this. We got to track down Tyler Linderbaum and get his version of events.
100% we're asking him that question.
I wonder if Tyler's going to have any different perception
I'm sure he will.
He may have a different view on who ended up winning that match.
I'm sure he will.
But just going back to Mike and his ability to get after the quarterback, like he was a guy in training camp, once the pads came on, I just felt like he elevated.
Yep.
And he has a good arsenal of pass rush moves. A lot of times, I think what you see in a young player who comes in at that position, they kind of have like one trick. Their speed or their power, or they have one move.
Yeah, Mike can win with speed or power.
He can do it in different ways. And so in the preseason, he really flashed. I mean, you showed that picture against the Colts, like in that Colts game, he jumped off the screen. You're like, this guy's like the best player on the defense in that preseason game. And then you go to week one, and like it's another jump. Like week one was a huge jump. You're going up against one of the best offenses in football, one of the best quarterbacks in football, and two of the best tackles, for their positions. And so like that's a challenging assignment. And I think that we saw him break through a little bit again last week against Cleveland, and I think that he's just going to keep making strides and keep making progress. So I'm eager to see what kind of production he has in this game against the Lions and where it goes from here. Yeah,
I am too. I also will give him credit. He is the best at picking crabs among the rookie class. I witnessed this firsthand.
Well, he's not too far from here.
Virginia guy, right? Yeah. He's like between Richmond and Norfolk.
Yeah,
was where he grew up, and so he was a little experienced. But I'll give him. He was pretty good. Yeah. Anyway, he was right in there. He dove in.
Well, Ryan's referencing when the rookie class, Jameel McClain, who runs the rookie development program here, does a great job. One of the things they did during the offseason is they go around and just kind of learn about Baltimore. That's one of the things that they learn like off the field like skills, but then also part of it is just getting a feel for the city and the environment here and what it's like. And so they did a day at Jimmy's Seafood.
That's right.
And they did some crab picking there. When we talked to Malachi Starks on the podcast earlier this offseason, Malachi was like, it's good, but like I wasn't really into the crab picking part. Just give me the crab cake. He just wanted the crab cake. He didn't want to do any of the work. But I guess Mike was pretty good.
Mike's a worker. Okay. He was working on those crabs. So credit for that background. Too. That's right.
So anyway, we're excited to see him this week. As always, we'd love to hear from you. Email us at thelounge@ravens.nfl.net. Again, it's Monday Night Football this week. It's our Darkness Falls game. It's going to be a great atmosphere at M&T Bank Stadium on Monday. We can't wait for that. We are going to have a podcast that comes out Monday morning, just our final preview for this game and this matchup, and that's where we'll really dive into some of the specifics in that game. So make sure you check that out on Monday. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and we'll talk with you again for that Monday Night Football game coming up next week.